self-promoting. And so, and self-promoting, if you guys do not know, people come in there and they start just talking about like, oh, I'm a broadcaster on this, or just throw up their fucking Twitch thing and they're like, give me a follow, and you're like, holy shit, that's great etiquette to have. That's like,
such a nice guy.
Captain Cloakin. Shiver me timbers. Yeah, but like, he was talking about that he runs into the problem that they self-promote, and like, and then he tells them to knock it off, and then about 15 minutes later they'll knock it off, but about 15 minutes later they start doing it again. And I was telling him, I was like, man, you just gotta start timing them out. Just be like, hey, I'm not fucking around when I'm talking about this subject. I mean, like, time them out, and like, if they get butthurt and leave, I mean, fuck it. I mean, other people will show up. It's Twitch. I mean, that's how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had anybody in my channel do that yet. I think it's okay to go in other channels and ask questions like about their setup and stuff like that, and then that's a clue.
Oh, trouble.
Whoa, dude, what?
Yeah.
You have the weirdest sounds. I think it's okay to ask questions and stuff, and that'll tip them off that you are a streamer anyway. And sometimes they'll even ask you, like, oh, do you stream? And blah, blah. And then that's kind of like you're in, but I still feel like you shouldn't typo with your shit. I feel like you still shouldn't keep going on about it either, like, because you don't want to interrupt the whole stream either.
No, I think the closest thing I have to relate to that is I was in the Alaskan Savages channel, and I was like, oh yeah, I had an awesome day, and I didn't rate him, so I was talking to him, and this is like right after I got into AG, and so what I did, I whispered him because I didn't want to announce it to everyone. I thought that would be like kind of disruptive. And then he was cool about it. He was just like, dude, that's fucking awesome news. That's fucking, that's awesome. Because,
cool.
Yeah, like, if you know someone personally, don't go into fucking, like, I don't go into L over Nene's chat and go like, hey, what's up, whispering.
Yeah.
I got into Archetype Gaming because you know who the fuck I am. Basically, it's all about. Someone came in my chat yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? I don't fucking remember. But they came in there and they're like, "Hey, shout me out." And I was like, "No, fuck you," because I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm not shouting you out. And yeah, another thing is like, "Hey, raid this person." Nope. Like, don't tell me to raid.
They said, like, go raid this person?
Yesterday, someone, like, I know who they wanted me to raid, but I was like, don't tell me to raid anyone because I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's the same with backseat gaming. If you tell me something to do in a video game and I didn't ask for it, I'm not going to do it purposely just to piss you off.
Yeah. No, it's rude. It is. It's really rude.
But I mean, like, you'll run into, as your channels get bigger, you'll run into someone being like, hey, I'm a broadcaster and I want to talk about this, that, and it's like, hey, yeah, I get it, you're a broadcaster, but like, I'm doing my own thing. Like, I'll answer questions as I play a game. Like, if you have like, oh, how do you do this? What program do you use? That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll answer the question. Or like, or what specs do you use? And then TAC throws up my spec command, and I'm like, there.
Yep.
Don't worry about it anymore. But
yeah. I think, and I tend to ask questions to our other streamers offline. Like, I'll message them. I messaged a streamer a couple days ago about, like, his, like, performing setup. I'm like, oh, what do you use? Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they tend to appreciate that a bit more because they can actually, take the time to give you a real answer as well. So, yeah.
Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, but yeah, I think it's like, it's kind of an etiquette thing. I don't tell people I'm a caster right away. Like, even when I raid someone, I have to watch them for like a long time and like get to know them and be like, hey, and they're like, oh, this guy's cool, and they don't even know I fucking am a caster until I raid them. Like, a few people were just like, holy shit, you cast? I'm like, yeah, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then I go about my day. And like even like when other people, like I show up and I didn't read them, I don't bring up that I am a caster in their chat. I just go, hey, they're like, how's your day going? I was like, it was pretty sweet. I'm chilling out right now. Like that's how I respond. I don't want to come in there and disrupt and seem like I'm, fucking throwing my shit in their face or something.
Yeah. No, I agree. But thankfully none of that's really happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone into larger streams. I discovered I feel bad that I can't pronounce her name. Tesachka? I don't know. But she's a larger day streamer, and she's very, very sweet, and like she is always asking kind of questions. But there's been a few people that would advertise their own channel or say, "Oh, you should check out this one." And she's like, "That's really rude." Like she'll call them out and
Mm-hmm.
be like, "That's rude. We don't do that here." And I thought that was kind of cool. So,
Yeah.
but
And
yeah.
that also comes like with like also as being a caster, there's lurking is very much needed, because sometimes when I talk
I
in
have
people's
to lurk a lot.
yeah, well, I mean, like you have to lurk a lot, but like when you show up, like when I show up in a chat and like people know me, it's like everyone's like slap butts, and it kind of takes away
Yeah.
from the stream that's going on at the time, and I'm like, okay,
Right.
so I'm gonna lurk and not say anything. I'll come in and say hello to everyone, and then I'll shut the fuck up. Like even
Yeah.
when
Or,
people
like,
ask me things, I'm
Petra.
like, yeah, I mean, like I do that in Petra's chat. I say, hey, what's up? I say what's up to everyone, and I'm gone.
Or no, I mean like Petra going into a channel, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Petra, hi."
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
mean that's I mean that's a problem. Pixel, do you run in that problem? I don't know,
I
but
think all the fragdolls do.
yeah,
I'm
probably.
sure.
Uh,
Sure. I know that when Siren ever comes to anywhere, everyone's like, Siren! Ah! So,
Siren's everyone's favorite
She
troll.
just comes in and talks shit to me, and that's all she does.
yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's like other etiquettes that like you should have, but I mean, don't troll anyone. That's a good one.
Yeah. No, definitely
I
not.
troll with love. I troll with love.
Pixel almost started talking when I asked her a question.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times the only time I can
Yeah.
really catch streams are mostly when I'm at work. I mean, I'll watch some at night and stuff, but like, I like to check out new streams at work, and it's kind of more like background noise.
Mhm.
Like I'll go into Pixel stream even and just like say, "Hey girl, what's up?" And then, most of the time I'm lurking because I have to actually work for a living. So, but I think lurking is good because it keeps your numbers there too. So
Yeah, lurking's the backbone of Twitch. And like people are like, I'm sorry, I have to lurk. I was like, don't fucking apologize for that. That's you're an amazing person.
yeah.
And slap all the butts. Yeah, I
Life,
mean,
I see. No, you're not, Difo. I know where you live.
Wait, what?
what?
Difo and I live in the same state.
Uh-oh. Also, all of a sudden, a
thing it's
Difo
New
has like
York.
flaming bags of poo in front of his house. Where'd that come from?
No, he's actually pretty far from where I am, so I wouldn't make the time to go. No offense.
Oh, he's not even worth putting a flaming bag of poop in front of his house. We're the worst podcast ever. I'm in Minnesota, and I would fly out and put a flaming bag of poop in front of your guys' house.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not telling you where I live. You're
live
not
in
staying at
Bellevue.
my house during PAX.
No, I'm not. That's
She lives too far from Seattle. Don't worry.
No, I don't. I live about 40 minutes.
Oh,
That's like how
fucking-
far I am from you.
I hate that shit. That's another thing. As a caster, like, so we like, don't call out lurkers. Never the fuck call out lurkers. It's like the worst thing ever. Because then you like scare people off. But she's talking about the fucking the bot that like when someone new shows up or if they're lurking, they're like, hey, come and talk to us, and I'm like, fuck you, mechanical robot, don't get in my head.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I don't have it turned on because I know that could really freak people out.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, I had someone do that. They were calling out lurkers in my chat, and I was like, dude, don't fucking call them out. Like, I don't know I don't know who's watching me, and I don't want people to go through the list because like sometimes people watch me that are like higher up on the Twitch scale, and I'm like, don't call them out. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
They just want to be left alone. They want to watch me be an asshole.
Or I had one time another streamer even like message me because I was just checking out different streams and bouncing all around, and he even said, "Why did you leave?" I'm like,
Oh,
I'm just doing other stuff. It was kind of awkward. So yeah, don't do that.
I've gotten called out and they're like, how come you weren't talking? It's because I'm working on things. Like like if I'm have my day off and I'm like I set up like a bunch of lurks and then like I'm making highlight videos, I'm working on something for my channel, I'm not actively paying attention to your chat. Like that's
right.
That's it. It's like it gets super awkward, and I was like, I'm probably not going to come back to your channel. So yeah. So have fun with that. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I hate that fucking bot thing where it's just like, hey, welcome back, and I'm like, god damn it, I don't want to fucking say anything. And they're like, hey, McCloak, and then I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna go. And
Yeah,
by to say what's up.
Leave. I'd be like, bye. Not even. I wouldn't say bye. Just bink. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like calling a phone number and like the automated voice message is like, oh, hello, Joe. And I'm like, how do you know my name? Skynet. Fuck you.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. Oh my goodness.
My God, yeah.
What's next on the list?
Gear.
Gear.
Wait.
Why don't you start, McLogan? Because you seem to have quite the setup.
Oh, okay.
Do
That kind of
I?
gear.
Oh no, we'll get into gaming gear, in-game gear later. I mean, like physical gear.
Let me talk about my GURP items that I have.
None.
Yeah, I actually uninstalled GURP because I was like, I need room for shit, and I've been playing Dirty Bomb a lot. No,
It's so small though.
Huh? Yes.
GURP is so small though.
It is. I was just like, I need room for other games, like Rocket League. We'll talk about that later. So I have a soundboard. Actually, I'll bring up my spec command. Hopefully, I know it because I never type it in. Is that it? Yeah. There's all my specs that I have. That's like my computer specs and all that kind of shit. But it also has my microphone, which I got an AT2035 that I'm currently talking to, and you hear this majestic voice through. And I also have a Yamaha MG10XU for a soundboard, so I can do stuff like that. And then
That's cool.
yeah, I like it, and I mean, it adds to the channel. Like, but like I decided I wanted to get this kind of stuff. Like, it's expensive. Like the soundboard was like 200. The microphone was 130, I think.
Okay.
And then, like my lighting I had, actually it's ghetto lighting I bought from Home Depot. They're like lamps with daylight bulbs in them. And then
But it
like,
doesn't look it though. It looks good.
no, yeah, like I looked up like how can I make cheap lighting on YouTube, and this guy was like, yeah, buy fucking daylight bulbs from Home Depot and like these lamps
No,
that are
seriously, I use stuff like that for photography, so that's the way to do it.
like, and then like two of them have like paper over it, and I got one key light that fucking beams in my face the whole time. But I've gotten used to it. It doesn't even bother me anymore. Home Depot lighting for the win. And then I got a C920 for a camera, which is I like. Most people use, But like, and it's not that expensive. Those are what, $90? I don't know. Do you guys use the same one?
The
Uh,
webcam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the C90. C, what is it?
The C920.
Yeah, I
I
have
have
I just bought it actually.